Hello guys, in this video we will look at few programs for control statements. So here's the first and very most simple program for simple if, the first control statement, where you have a simple if followed by one single condition and then you have set of action for that condition. So here you can see this program is basically to check if the number is even or not. Okay, so here I'm initializing some variable. So I'm creating a variable because I'll be getting input from user and I'll be printing it. And then we have a print statement and we have enter a number. So we are basically displaying a statement called as enter a number on the console, and then we are entering that number from the console. Now here we are checking the condition, that is if the number mod 2. So how do you know the number is even? If it is divisible by 2, right? So here mod operator, it returns remainder. So if the number mod 2 is equal to 0, then we can print the number is even, right? So this is the example for your simple if. Now let us look at some another simple if example. So here's the program to check largest of three number. So here what you have to do, you have created three variables here because we are inputting three values. So here I'm just printing a statement so that it gets printed on the console saying enter three numbers, and then we are entering three numbers. Now once we enter that, so we are using simple if to check condition. So what are the condition we are checking? If A is greater than B and A is greater than C, then we are going to display A is the largest and so on. So we are writing multiple simple if. So here you see we have written four simple if conditions to check which is larger or to print if all are equal. So this is another example for your simple if. So here you see we have multiple simple if statement added. So now let us look at another example where we have an alternative, that is your else statement. So here there is a small C program that basically gets age as your input and then it checks whether you are eligible to vote or not. So here we have defined a variable called as age, okay, and then we are displaying a message on the console to enter an age, and once the age is being entered, it is put in this variable called as age. And then we have added a simple condition, simple if, saying that if age is greater than or equal to 18, the action to perform is print you are eligible to vote. Else, so if the age is not greater than 18, then it is going to display sorry you can't vote. So this is just like an alternative. So once this condition gets all fail, so this alternative is being executed. Let us look at another example for this. So same previous program, simple if the number was even. So here you see if the number is even, then it is going to print it is even number. But we have other cases also, right, like having odd number. So there we did not add alternative. So to add alternative we have to use else block, where in else block we will give the alternative statement, that is the number is odd number. Let us look at another example for if else if block, where you have multiple conditions. So here this is a program to check whether the student what grade he has scored. So we are entering, we have created a variable called marks. So we are entering some marks, okay, and then based on that we are checking the logic. If marks is greater than 85 and lesser than 100, it's going to perform this action, that is going to print A grade. And if this condition is false, then it goes and checks this condition. If this condition is true, it will print this, or else if this condition is false, then it goes to the third condition, and so on until unless one of the condition is true. If none of the condition is true in this entire if else ladder, then it is finally going to come and print here the final block. It is going to execute the final else block, that is it prints sorry you are failed. So let us look at another example for if else if. So here you can see the case where I told where you're checking equality. So you're checking if the number is equal to something, right? So for this same case we have an switch case. So we can write exactly same code in switch case, but here we cannot give conditions. Only the programs where we are checking the equality in conditions. So you see here in condition we are checking the equality, right? So wherever you're checking the equality, that can be converted to switch case. So here what happens, I'm passing the number input and I'm here passing the case that should match. So if this number match with 10, then this is the action that it will perform, or else if this number matches with 50, then it is going to perform this set of actions. So this is your switch case. Now what is the default block? So default block is nothing but like your alternative in your if else, where if all the cases are false, then it is finally going to come and print your default block. Now why do we add break after an case? That is because once this case has been executed, it should come outside this switch case. So to come outside the switch case, we use this break statement. So these are the few programs in C for control statements.